Okay, important stage to learning how to ride is being able to take off smoothly with the clutch, operating the clutch. So I'm just going to demonstrate the takeoff, getting the feel of the friction point and releasing, and then pulling the clutch in again. So the friction point is the point where the engine starts to die a little bit. So I'm easing the clutch out. You'll hear the friction point, the engine starts to, there it is there, it's starting to drop a little bit. I've just got control of that friction point. So you can feel that friction point just where it starts to go. You can use the throttle if you like for takeoff. Find the friction point, a little bit of power, and release. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of different exercises. The whole idea of all these exercises is to help you get used to the clutch, help you get used to your brakes. The first one, my foot's on the rear brake, find the friction point, hold it there, release the brake, feel that it wants to go. And then I stop with my foot brake. Try that again. So I'm just operating the clutch and the foot brake at the moment. Feeling the friction point, having to stop with the foot brake. Feeling the friction point, coming to a stop with the foot brake. Next exercise I want to do is getting familiar with the clutch and the front brake. So I've got my front brake on, find the friction point, release it, and away we go. Using the front brake, the set up and squeeze method to stop. Friction point, release my brake, ease the clutch out, coming to a stop with the front brake. Now again, you don't want these two fighting. You don't want to be riding along having these two fighting. So it's all about control. Releasing the brake once you find that friction point. When you're coming to the stop, pushing the clutch in at the right point in time. Just demonstrate that again the wrong way. If you're using your brake without the clutch, your engine's going to stall. So it's important to be able to put the clutch in at the right time. So now we're getting used to the front clutch, and the front brake. Okay, now you're familiar and you're confident and comfortable with your clutch and your front brake and your clutch and your rear brake. We're now going to use both brakes when we come to a stop. So we're going to let the bike go for a little bit, about 5 meters before we come to a stop. But we're going to use both brakes together, the set up and the squeeze method. So, find the friction point, release the brake, away we go, set up and squeeze, clutch goes in so the engine doesn't stall. Find the friction point, release the brake, get moving, set up and squeeze, clutch goes in so the engine doesn't stall. So we're using both brakes in conjunction for stopping. In fact, that is the best way for stopping, using both brakes. It will slow the bike down quickly and with control. Control is the most important thing when it comes to braking. You don't want to lock any wheels up. Okay, some bikes, they just take off by releasing the clutch. The engine's big enough and strong enough. But if you've got a smaller engine, smaller bike, or you're on a bit of a hill, you might need a bit more power. So to do a hill start, give your bike a bit more power so it doesn't stall at the takeoff, the technique is find your friction point. When you find the friction point, just hold it there. Next thing is add a little bit of power. Now try and be consistent with the power rather than have the power up and down. Try and find a consistent spot. Then release your brake, then ease your clutch out. Just keep that throttle consistent though. You don't want to go up and down because once you've got enough power, if you ease that clutch out, it'll take away smoothly. So a smooth takeoff, clutch is the most important thing. Releasing the brake at the right time and then easing your clutch out. I'll just do one more. Find the friction point, a little bit of a throttle, release the brake and ease the clutch out.